Here comes the next step in the chronology. 2 are down in this original trilogy. And now, I invite you to stand and rise to attention. All rise for the introduction, the first episode of Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Welcome to episode 1 of the third game in the original Ace Attorney trilogy. This is game number 5 now. We're starting in my full chronology playthrough, doing all the games in in-game timeline order, because we've done all the great Ace Attorney stuff, and we are, as I said, into the third game of the original trilogy, and it's going to be, I've been told, 1 and 2 of this series have had great moments, and I've been told, if you like those good moments, then number 3 has them, and then some. People have been told that this is where the original trilogy is at its best in many respects. So we're going to see how we fare with it. So welcome on to you. It is nice to have you in Twitch land or in YouTube land, wherever you end up enjoying this from. If you are in our YouTube video and you like what you see, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below, letting me know. And you want to go further with your love and support to see more of this, hopefully get sent to your inbox for your eyes, then please feel free to click the subscribe button and hit the bell as well. We would love to have you for the ride here. So yes, as I said, 2 games down in this original trilogy. We're going to kick off a new game and move it into, as I said, Trials and Tribulations. Start right from the start, I think. Play this game. And we should get right started immediately. And I've been told we will have a bit of a step back in time. Because, as we see here, darling Mia is coming back. And everybody was a rookie once. As we start episode 1, Turnabout Memories. Let's get it going. I've seen nothing up until this moment. Alright. How did I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that? That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business! I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! Bobby, Phoenix, what'd you do? It wasn't me! I didn't! Bobby, Phoenix! I didn't do it! Bobby, Phoenix, what happened? This can't be a good start. 5 years earlier, Mia Fey's second trial, not even the first one. Did we just not get the chance to see when she actually was a rookie? When she was actually like a proper, you know, freshman into the world of lawyering. Maybe. He killed him, definitely. You saw it. You saw it! You saw poor Babby Phoenix. Poor Babby Phoenix being in the wrong place at the wrong time, I'm sure. But anyway, let's get going and start it. April 11th, 9:40 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Well, firstly, it's time to listen to the new sort of courtroom waiting room tune. Hecking yes. And while I just boogie on down, it'll have me time to think about how young Mia Fey's gonna sound. Because I have how she sounds. I have how she sounded when she was chief, and then whenever she gets channels. But what about when she was still about and starting out her fledgling defense attorney career? Sort of like I think a little bit more brightness to it. I will try and inject a little bit more of that, but we'll see. It's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. This would, I assume, be Mentor? Who would be mentor at this time? Grossberg.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning.
Ah, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know.
What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed.
Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer.
I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprise me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean.
What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts?
Well, about that, you see... I mean, of course I have, I think.
Oh, dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client.
Good morning there, everybody. Good morning.
She mispressed the button, don't worry about it, it's fine.
Try to keep smiling, Mia.
I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine. No problem. Oh, his poor man with a cold. Poor Babby Phoenix, must protect him. Hold it. I would try and give him a hug, but germs with a cold.
Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Rye?
Actually, it's Rice. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says.
Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you.
Please, let go of my shirt.
That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. So he's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia.
And yeah, true, if you're not meant to... Well, as long as you don't touch the inside of it, then if you want to adjust it like at the front, you should be okay. But yeah, don't touch the inside of it. So why sometimes when you see people who wear like the surgical mask to protect from germs, they might double up. So there's actually like a proper like germ preventing mask underneath, and then something that's a little bit more, you know, cottony, fabricy, a bit more decorative over the top of it as well. I've seen some people do that. But yeah, as long as you just touch the outside of it, you should be okay. Just don't like go into the inside of it and go like there. You should be okay. You won't then pass anything.
My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new with this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. That trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm gonna win. For my client, and for myself.
Yeah, I've seen it there. Doubling up is a good idea. April 11th, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 2. Look at young Mira Greenhorn. New trial start music as well. All of this I've got to look forward to. All the new tunes, the new varieties of the courtroom themes, testimony themes, pursuit themes. They're going to be great. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I get to do my Winston Payne voice again. The defense today is Mia Fey, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Yes. Well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? But isn't that him standing right there next to you?
Yes. Well,
You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? I might have accidentally skipped something. Oops.
Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think.
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well, I have actual hair this time because I'm so much younger. Brings out my complexion. Going back in time, you'll see. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend this time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Huh? Oh, don't worry, little girl. It'll all be over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events of the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow.
Don't laugh at that name. Don't laugh. It clearly means after the swift and graceful bird, surely.
He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
It sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. Then they called the police.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. Crime photo 1 added to the court record. The crime took place behind an Ivy University building. Also, let's very clearly get a look at that then. So he is down, Broken Broly in the background, and obviously a very, very dangerous cut power cable. Obviously with live power running through it, live electricity, that's going to be a very bad time. I'm already suspecting a bit of foul play. I think Phoenix was just wrong place, wrong time, let's be honest with you. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo.
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will.
What? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of.
Ah, perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on. Did he die from choking? You could try and make that deduction, I bet, yeah? I wonder what Mr. Swallow did behind the university building. Must have met a friend or two. I said, don't go that way! I wasn't gonna! Oh, dear me. And hello, Alolan, welcome in. Why does Grossberg have the judge's voice? Because I think I think my judge and Grossberg ended up being very similar. So, I guess I'm just gonna roll with that. Try and pitch him a little bit slightly like Grossberg, maybe a bit more like just like down here, it'd be like harumph, harumph, maybe. And then the judge is just like what I normally do for the judge. But yeah, I'll try to have a little bit of difference in between. There's a lot of overlap I've ended up giving them, unfortunately. So we'll see to do that. Go on. So well, what was it? The cause? Go on. Oh, please say you know at least this much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
Oh, my hemorrhoids are beginning to act up.
Oh, is that why you're called Grossberg? You will blatantly say out in the open you have a hemorrhoid issue. Is that why you're called Grossberg? Because gross!
No, she here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you?
Oh, the court record. I think I can see that by pressing herb.
All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good, hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear.
Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let the prosecutor get the better of me. Court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just press herb here.
Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death?
Thank you for letting me have a look at this. Date and time of death in Doug's autopsy report, April 9th, 3 p.m. Cause of death, a fatal electric shock. So yeah, asphyxiation, hypothermia, or electrocution. Very clearly, he was strangulated, Your Honor. Then again, if you were strangling somebody and they got electrocution at the same time, then that would be bad news for the strangulator as well, I would imagine. Grossberg originates from the German words gross, meaning large, and Berg, meaning mountain. Yeah. Because he is a very large man, and also it's kind of... I just think it's kind of like not to shame anybody who has them or anything, but I don't think it's the usual kind of thing that you talk about in the open, and unfortunately still people think talking about that kind of thing is a bit gross. Take that what you will, but yeah, it's literally just because he is a large man, and Grossberg literally being large mountain. Yeah, I get it. Thank you for that, Astro dude. No problem at all. I guess there were never one screen at once, so the original attorney weren't there. Yeah, that's true as well. You never saw Grossberg and Judge in the same room, so you never really tended to notice the overlap I gave between Judge and Grossberg voice. But that's what you get for being a one-girl show doing this. So there you have it. All right. So it's clearly electrocution was the cause of perishment. Let's go.
According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? Oh, but how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue.
And what's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
You mean they had bad blood? Has Taylor Swift made that song by this time in the Australian timeline?
2013. Yeah, 2013. Around about that time. Like, in 8 to 20 years, 2013, I think, would have been this case happening. If everything that happened in... If there's basically like a year's gap between every game. April 2014. So did Taylor Swift make her song, like I know we have bad blood? Did she make that song yet by this time? Because if so, I imagine just like, you mean they had bad blood, like the Taylor Swift song?
What do you mean?
Whoopsie! Oh, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
Oh, that's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. He's also a bit of a prick, and I don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Let's just get started with the whole saving, shan't we? I get more than 10 slots. Well, unfortunately, I think this means that, we gotta overwrite our first game progress. That's such a shame. Oh well. Then again, what I am doing is using a save slot per case. Whereas I don't think many other people tend to do that, but that's fine. It's just what I do.
Evidence?
No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need, and then shove it into old Greybeard's face.
Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady. Mere evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are there as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with herb, so be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what evidence you've got. What was the cause of death between... the cause of the bad blood, I should say, between Phoenix Wright and the victim?
Okay. Got 61-year-old Grossberg. Got 21 Babby Phoenix. Dog Swallow, 4th year. Senior year as well, goddamn. I mean, it's still, like, approaching 50, even with the time being back like this, so, yeah. What have we got here? Dahlia Hawthorne, Phoenix Wright's girlfriend, that dated the victim, Doug Swallow, up until about 8 months ago. Do you reckon this might be it, then? Let's go for it. Oops, that's not how I present. I go like this. Take that!
The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dahlia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story.
Normalizing that thing which affects about 50% of people over 50 and stopping the taboo begins with talking about it without shaming people who suffer from it. Yeah, I'm only doing it I'm only doing it lightheartedly. I'm never actually making fun of people who have it because I can imagine they're not great. Imagine they're not great, and if you're feeling like you might have something that's symptomatic of it, get yourself checked out. And yeah, just tell your peoples about it. At least tell your health professionals about it, because they will take everything in confidence. They will help you out about it if they can, or they'll send you to somebody who can. So there you go. Don't be afraid of it.
He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, I think he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye?
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right?
The defense has no objection.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Oh, yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now, I guess I'm a suspect. Oh, no, he means what you did before. What did you do before you were arrested? Oh, I was a university student.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Dog Sweat, but I didn't do it! I'm innocent, I tell you! I'm telling you, I was...
Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his call to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor.
Why does he look so smiley? I imagine he's like grinning, just like, I wanna show my bestest face. Show my bestest smiley face to them, and I won't be under suspicion so much. They'll be like, How can this poor innocent little Meow Meow have done something so bad? Look at him smiling. He's so perky. Surely this equates to being innocent. Surely win over favor points with the audience being like, "Oh, he's like a puppy, and puppies can't hurt." Surely. All right, his testimony: the victim and I, the king and I, shall we say? Just over that with the bass line, just going like. Just going like that. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer! All I did was find his body! I hardly knew the guy to begin with! I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe! Oh, Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix. If you've never even talked to him, how do you know his nationality? I see it already. Like, oh god. You poor sweet summer child. But you're being a bit of a fool right now. I'm so sorry. I see. So you hardly knew the victim? Right! Like I said, I'm not a killer! Oh, it looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh?
It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be...
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
He's right. It is the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statement will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client!
Even if he is your client in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now? That there was a lie? A contradiction?
Yeah, you better get used to it, Mia. That's what you're gonna teach Phoenix a few years down the line, I bet.
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Faye.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
I mean, I saw it immediately. He might have let something slip. Phoenix Wright. He's gonna try and be right. But alright then. Okay, time to do our usual thing, because we like flavor text and I like to voice act. We're gonna read everything. Press everything. Hold it! When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway.
Objection! Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence.
Anyway, Mr. Wright. What were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident.
A coincidence, huh? I'm doing my very much doubting face at you from the judge's chair.
All you did was find the body down there, okay. Hold it! You say you found the body, so who called the police?
Huh?
That's gonna do my voice in.
Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police.
Other students?
That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
Oh, what? Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind?
Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body, no pun intended, but I, You didn't knew the guy to begin with. Bad news. Hold it! So, you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right! No. That is, So? Which is it? Did you know him or not?
Now see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day.
Well, I guess I did know his name.
News to me? Why didn't you tell me that before?
I heard he used to date Dolly,
Who is this Dolly person?
Oh yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Mrs. Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, I see. Ah, young love, so bittersweet.
Well, that's all I knew about him! I never even talked to him, that stuck-up British wannabe, or sorry, I meant his red jacket or whatever. That's fine. Hold it! Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right! I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me! I'm not a killer! I swear!
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Yeah, well, Alright, testimony edition! He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. That knowing what I do about American apparel and sometimes how they treat the Union Jack, it could have been the wrong way round. It could have been upside down. There is actually a right way to fly our Union Jack because it does not look the same. It does not look the same if you have it this way or you flip it upside down. It does not look the same. Very often we see people do that a little bit of a mistake every time. Like they sort of fly it the wrong way round, which sometimes can mean sort of a bad thing. Like sometimes I don't know what's wrong specifically when the flag is being flown upside down, but it does mean something. I don't know if it's something about like there's been like a death in the monarchy or something, but all I know is that if you fly the flag the wrong way, it means something sort of, you know, a bit faux pas. And it happens way more often than you'd realize, and especially in, like, official functions and whatnot, where they have the Union Jack out, it happens quite a lot. So, yeah. Alright, so, with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt, did you see that first and foremost? Doesn't look like you did, let's be wholly honest, and the mugshot doesn't really give too much anyway away for that one, but alright then. Let's just get going. Hold it! Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. Yeah, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true! Cross my heart! I swear I didn't do it.
He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night.
May I ask you something, Miss Fay?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is it now?
Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow?
The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes or the Hinomaru, they probably said in the Japanese original translation, right?
As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me.
Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
Mia, There is a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg.
Quickly now, show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean.
Okay, Mia. Check the court record carefully.
Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point?
Like I have done quite a few games now. I know the gist. But would I like Grossberg to sort of perk up every now and then just because it's like potential flavor text? I know it's probably gonna like just explain things about mechanics and whatnot. Do you know what? Let's be brave this time. I think I'll be okay. Right. Would you rather have more Grossberg talking, or would you rather like have this condensed down a bit? Because I do know how to play these games. I'm assuming this is what you're asking here. But anyway, the Union flag does not have reflection symmetry due to the slight pinwheeling of the St. Patrick's and St. Andrew's crosses, the counterchange of saltires. Thus, there is the correct side up. It is one of two national flags with two-fold rotational symmetry, the other being the flag of Trinidad and Tobago. The more you know. So yeah, you can fly the Union Jack the wrong way around, and it's, and yeah, and that's not exactly what is wrong when the Union Jack gets flown upside down. It could be just like a faux pas and people don't know, but then I think I've read somewhere that there's a meaning to it if it's flown the wrong way around, and I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But yeah. But yeah, would I rather have Grossberg perk up every now and then, or will I just, handle it myself? This is like assuming that people have probably have done a bunch of Ace Attorney games up until this point, so they should know what they're doing. I'll tell you what. Let's condense it down a bit. We'll be big and brave, because I know how to play Ace Attorney games now by this point. This is my 5th one.
1 year ago, I was in the courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia.
I'll be fine. I know what I have to do.
Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia. One more time, from the very beginning of this testimony.
You admit you were there. You're not a killer. Hardly knew the guy to begin with. Never even talked to the sucker British wannabe. He was always walking around there with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. So you say it on the back of his shirt, yet... Does that count as a shirt, or would you say that's more of a jacket? Or is that the thing that I'm not... Or is that the thing that I'm meant to... Not meant to nitpick? I think more the fact I'm meant to nitpick here is that... Where's the Union Jack on the back of his clothing there? And this is literally it out of all the evidence that I have, so it must be that I must present this, surely. But oh well, nothing wrong with the confidence save. But since I have so little evidence, it must be... It must be that this one... Where is the Union Jack? Come on then, it must be. Objection! Objection! Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back.
Miss Fage has some point to this line of questioning.
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back.
Hey, wait a minute! He's wearing a leather jacket! The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing.
I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket.
Huh?
Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me.
Please forgive me! Oh, Mia, you've made our client cry.
Let him. That pea on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination.
Huh?
Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
Oh, by the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
Was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How do you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? How are you a fan of a cough medicine? That would be the same as me saying something like, oh yeah, I used to down bottles of Calpol because I loved it. Like, oh my god, how do you have a favorite medication? I don't think that's something that you need to have a favorite of. You just need stuff that works and doesn't then cause further complications because, you know, some medicines aren't right for some people. But yeah, how can you have a favorite? It's like saying, oh, I love a good Flintstones chewable me. It's like, seriously. Oh, wow.
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere, huh?
He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene.
Oh, what's this? In the victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X.
Objection! Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
Objection! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
What?
Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
Oh, goddammit. Order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well, the court will accept them into the record. Okay, thank you very much. Crime photo 2 added to the record. The victim's watch stopped at the time of death. That might be important. Watch stopped at the time of death. And then Cold Killer X bottle found clutched in the victim's hand, covered in Mr. Wright's fingerprints. Oh no.
And also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks, my poor hemorrhoids. You got the judge. You got my mentor friend so scared he's making his hemorrhoids hurt even more. Good job, Pain. You know what they say? You are a pain in many people's butts. And it turns out, yeah. What really happened? Go on then, Phoenix. Go on then, poor baby Phoenix. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department. So we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3 p.m. we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Okay, quite a lot. Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright. Don't tell any more lies.
Don't know if you can trust it and do that. Alright then. So we find ourselves at this point here, and I find myself that my ad timer is approaching when we should run some ads. So we're going to take our first little break here, and probably a good time to do that as well, because these are already kind of like wild voices I'm doing. So I need a bit of a rest every now and then to have plenty of fluid on intake and keep my voice box going well, so I can give you all the fun stuff for longer. So we're going to take our first break here and run those ads to get rid of all the pre-rolls and such for Twitch people. Great time for all of y'all to take a break if you need to. There's no break in the YouTube highlight if you want to just continue watching. We'll cut out the breaks from it, but if you want to pause, now is a good time to do so. So you can go off and do your own self-care if you have to. But yes, we get around to cross-examining part 2. Our poor little meow meow here when we come back from the break. I'll see you back here in a few minutes. I didn't mean to press that, oops. Let's go back. There we go. Yeah, see you in a bit. This man has sneezed quite a lot in the courtroom. I better hope that by the end of this, even any of all watching this right now, or me playing it right now, won't catch a cold as well. You can't transfer colds between a fake video game into the real world. Luckily, we're not in that reality, so I think we'll be fine. But welcome back, guys. Thank you very much. If you took some time for your self-care, then I hope you had a good time with that. And thank you for your patience during the breaks that we take. And they do help the channel out in a very, very small way. But of course, we're ready to do some more of it now. But before we do, let's talk to people in the YouTube land and hope that they are enjoying what they're seeing here. Leave a like and comment down below if you are. And if you want to go further with your love and support to see more of this come your way in the future to your inboxes, click the subscribe button and click the bell next to it as well. And hopefully that should happen. We'd love to have you for the ride. So we are cross-examining period now. We are into getting all the information that we need out of him. You went because victim Mr. Swallow called you to the place. Okay then, let's see what you have to further say about that. We press everything around here, so let's go for it. Hold it! Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never! But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is? My, oh, it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart.
What was that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden.
What was that response about then? What's that about Mia? I'm confused. Anyway.
Dolly Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles. I see.
A love triangle gone very, very wrong in this case, yes. It was in pharmacology. We agreed to meet at the building at a certain time. Okay. Hold it!
Was it Mrs. Swallow who indicated they should meet at 2:45?
Yeah, and we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of Ivy University.
An alchemist? I see.
I gotta admit, I was a little suspicious. He had the whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity.
Ooh, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details.
Details about what? Timing of the meeting? Pharmacology department? Oh, forget about it. I don't think we have to forget about it here. You said meet at back of pharmacology department. Around the back of the building, did you say as well? Let's talk about that meeting place then, because it might have relevance to, like, the actual crime scene itself. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though, A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity. That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high-voltage cables everywhere. High-voltage cables? Yeah, there are electrical poles set up all around the building. The high-voltage cables run overhead around the roof.
Finally, I think we're getting somewhere.
Okay, we are armed with knowledge. That would make sense as to why there are a few high-voltage power cabling poles around the way with live wires going through them. That does make the sense. So I think that's going to be interesting for later. But yeah, we talk for a bit. Then at 3, you split up. Okay, hold it. So what was it that you were talking about? Oh, you know, maybe we should hang out again sometime.
Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true.
I like it. Nice and sharp. Not even relevant to the case in any way, stretch of imagination. That's fine. Then later when you went back, you found him lying there. Okay. Hold it! So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yeah, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up? Maybe make out? I was about to misread that. Oh dear.
Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this.
What do you even have to make up about? Like, were you even angry at the end of said meeting? What's going on here, huh? Okay. Been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. Sure thing. Hold it! It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh?
I suppose common sense is not always common.
Slight burn? Wow. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. Okay, obvious about taking medicine, yeah. You lost a bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Oh, and he called you there because he was going to give you the thing. He was going to give you that cold thing, that cold medicine back, because he found it for you. Oh, this is a misunderstanding, and I've got to figure out how it's ended up being a misunderstanding. This is going to be interesting. Alright then. Hold it! On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly. Just the 2 of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest! Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Oh, why'd you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
I've gotta ask why, Mia. What's going on here? These reactions are a bit weird, to say the least.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean?
I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor?
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is... you are correct, Your Honor.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose.
Can we do it or can't we do it? I mean, if it was electrocution and we can plainly see the sparking happening, I believe I could probably put it together, you know, two and two it. It's probably going to be very easy. Your Honor!
Yes, Miss Faye?
I believe if we were to let's try the line again. I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Huh. Of course I know that.
Actually, I've totally forgotten about that.
Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you've got. Show me what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
That would be evidence and crime photo number 1, I do believe. Because there's something very clearly sparking there. That is sparking inspiration. Let's keep it going. Take that! Hello, DBL. Good to see you. How's it going? I hope everything is still going good for you and for everybody else watching. It's very nice to have you. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
Oh, what? But there is nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Faye, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon?
Let me spark your curiosity, Your Honor. Take that! Well, naturally, it's right here.
That's... what is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard. The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
Oh, so then the high voltage cable?
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That's the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toll with me, old man.
No. The victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as the murder weapon was the defendant.
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
No, fingerprints. I don't think so.
You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
You mean...
Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
Oh, what?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards a severed electrical cable.
Oh dear.
Order! That's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Oh, stick a fork in us, we're done.
Mr. Grossberg?
My hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia.
How do you have mystical, all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful, godlike hemorrhoids, Grossberg?
My hemorrhoids can see the future. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No! You're wrong! Mr. Wright is innocent!
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor!
At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case.
Hold it!
Do you have something further to add, Miss Fay? You must do with the way you shouted that at me. God, it's ringing in my ears.
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? Huh? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is gonna hand down his verdict.
But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be...
It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me.
Miss Fay...
No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you to the very end.
Huh?
Objection! We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Well, wait a minute!
Mr. Wright.
I'll tell you what really happened.
Objection! But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further...
I did it. I admit it! I pushed him! It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business! I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me, there's something you need to know about that girl. Excuse me. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that!
Oh.
Oh. What you just said? Was that the truth? Yes. I was afraid. Afraid if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please! Please give me one more chance to explain. This time, I swear, I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay. What, Miss Fay? I believe in you.
Thank you.
I still can't believe it. He really did push the victim.
Oh, it feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
Please. Like, fair enough, if you want to... I'm more than happy to accept the fact that you have them. I don't know if I need to hear about what the hemorrhoids may or may not be doing at present. Like, if you want to say that in confidence, tell that to your doctors, please. Because I am not your doctor. I never profess to be a medical professional. I did not study this kind of thing. Like, I will understand and I will sympathize with you. I just don't know how to react to you saying that your hemorrhoids are doing a meme dance thing. Again, was that around Harlem Shake time? Would they have known? They didn't change the... Did they change the dialogue around between the original version of the English translation and then this version coming along? Did they change to, like, include more references that are a bit more to the time? Or is Harlem Shake something that is, the Harlem Shake dance from the 1980s. Oh, okay, it's the OG. It's the OG. So he's actually referencing not the meme trend, but the original dance. Okay, fair dues. All right then, yeah, that makes way more sense now. Okay, there you go. All right, poor little Meow Meow Phoenix testifying when I pushed the victim. Oh god. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead.
Well, the explanation is really quite simple.
Is it really?
When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from a shock. And that, as they say, is that.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted.
But when I pushed him, there wasn't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it.
That's true. Even a Toothless like him could have missed that.
Again, was there any need for the slight burn there, Mia? But okay. Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor.
Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it.
Let's hope that there is. Let's hope that there is in there somewhere, and we should find it because we press everything around here. Talking bad about your girl, and that drives a man to do really bad things, but okay then. Hold it! So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly! He said that she was a bad girl! Is that all? Yep! Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself.
Oh, come on, boy, you're not doing yourselves any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is.
Anyway, after he said that, I just... Wow, you are very easily pushed to the brink, my dude. At this point, wow. Hold it! Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy! Over one simple word, like, wow. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen? Right, there was nothing like that at all!
But is it possible that you merely overlooked it?
Well, I guess it's possible,
No, what are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll you over cheap asphalt.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. And let's continue on with the testimony, witness.
Yes, that's true. Also, I feel like this is where Crime Photo 2 is going to get into play here, because that is reading 305. When you said you left at 3... Because the watch stopped after having an electric current through it. If the watch stopped then, that means electrocution should have happened after these two had their little chin whack. So yeah, we'll come back to that, I'm sure. You heard some kind of loud noise at that time, okay? Hold it! A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know? Come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted!
Objection! You're not qualified to decide that!
What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous grounds here.
I think we should always get more details, unfortunately. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been... Yes? Could it have been? Hurry up and tell us! Oh, when I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. Oh yeah, that's true, he had umbrella in hand. And we do see a snapped umbrella in Crime Photo 1, yeah. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard. An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail. Kinda like the owner. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
Well,
I feel like there could be something in that because we do have the evidence of there being a cracked umbrella. Well, maybe not cracked, but bent, definitely. So we do have evidence of that. Let's say yes.
this is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for.
Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella, it's more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony.
Perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
After I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. So that has now changed. Maybe new facts brought to light when we press it. Hold it! So Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella? And you're certain of this?
Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself.
The umbrella, you mean?
Well, yeah, you said I was wearing this sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love. My stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia.
I'm so sorry. What is it about every time there's a mention of love, Mia goes all kung fu on Grossberg for some reason? What on earth is that about, I wonder?
Continue on with your testimony, witness.
Alright. You started to get worried a little while after, yes? Hold it! After you shot the victim, did you leave the scene right away?
Yeah, I did. I admit it. I was furious.
You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition?
Well, yeah, but like I said, I got worried about him later.
And you went back, but then he was just lying there dead. Oh dear.
Hold it!
At that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? No, nobody.
Jeez, could that stupid cough possibly sound any phonier?
Again, slight burn, slight singe from Mia. That's like 3 of them tonight, like wow.
In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from that testimony, my dear. I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
Right now, I need more info. Info that will help me turn up some contradictions.
Lost him. He fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. Well, again, the only evidence that we have of an umbrella relevant to this would be how the umbrella ended up all the way over there. And it is bent, but it isn't snapped. Then again, there might be some like covering over the top of the main sort of like stalk of it that then, or maybe it's just not clearly drawn on there that the the stick of it is actually snapped. But how would that work if you then went over if the umbrella's over there? There's something at play here, I think. There's something at play, and I am that confident about it that I'm gonna save just in case it's wrong. But yeah, right, let's go back to present and go back to crime photo 1. Because if the umbrella's all the way over there, how's he on top of it? I think that's the bit we gotta contradict. Let's go. Objection! Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I'd mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
No!
Ah, we're getting him now. There we are.
Order, order. The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
But it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I want to present it as evidence immediately.
Thank you. Umbrella owned by the victim found broken near an electrical pole at the crime scene. Now in court record. Thank you.
Oh, but the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
Objection! According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind.
I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment.
No!
Get done, Winston.
I must say I find it hard to believe still that a huge hole has been blown into the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony.
Okay, now we have Phoenix's testimony to the record. The victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound when this happened.
Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about like a cartoon character?
Oh, pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess. You have another witness.
Exactly! And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What? Oh dear.
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, what you mean by that? I think this is a good time for us to stop at. A court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Getting somewhere, and that means part 1 of trial is now done, I guess. Oh yeah, all this drinking is a good idea. April 11th, 11:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. I used it. It's all right. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts.
But the next witness is my dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. And why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life? Huh. Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Oh sure, no problem. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer, on the side. Anyway. I was thinking he was saying that in Flashback Talk, but I don't think that's quite correct. One day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. Huh? She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She'd been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this.
So, she gave it to you as a present, I see.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, alright. Oh, it makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Ah, he's young and naive about the love. Dolly's present, a small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met. He shows it to everyone they meet. He's so proud, like, I'm gonna get some! Like, wow. Right, borrowed from Phoenix, right? Only temporarily, then. Anyway, so, after that, you and Mrs. Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
Ew, what a strange girl asking for the present back like that.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne, 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was, but how did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. A murder in the courthouse. Murder?
What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct?
Newspaper clipping, an article from August 28th, almost 8 months ago, about an incident on August 27th. That says to me there's going to be another time where we look at this August 27th date then. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself.
Yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find.
Thank you.
I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We'd better all get moving. My hemorrhoids are gotta move themselves here.
I guess so. That recess sure seems longer than 20 minutes, though.
Don't worry about it, Mia. That's just time dilation. Time seems to either fly or go slow, depending on if you're having fun or not. That's just time dilation for you. Okay then, don't worry about it. It's just physics. Quantum physics, I should say. Right, to be continued. Right the heck now. April 11th, 12:13 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. And I'm all on my own. I don't have a Grossberg. Good. Now I won't have to catch strays from the hemorrhoid talk again. Like, I hope he sees a doctor about that. I don't like hearing about them. I understand and I sympathize with his position, but I don't want to hear about them all the time.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand.
What's with this stiff silence?
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit you're already at a glow of complete sincerity.
I can't believe he actually said that!
Now then, witness, could you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous.
Judge. What's with the sweetie talk? Don't do that.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that.
Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all. Not at all.
It was nothing.
If we may move on now. What is your full name and occupation?
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
No, the honor is all mine. Give it back to me, Payne.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Somehow I really do appreciate that line reference there. Just like, wow, put it in there. It's so obvious though, yes.
Sir?
Is there something I can help you with?
You just go in and say whatever is on your mind.
I'm sure there must be some kind of mistake. Phoebe wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Yes, I can see why you'd say that.
She's gonna be a tough witness, all right. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please, my young lady.
Okay, the butterflies are a bit of a distraction, but okay then. What did Dahlia Hawthorne witness? I'm gonna say, before I go into this talk, that's what I needed. There you go.
I had been planning to go back to Phoebe's place after class was over. Phoebe and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Ducky got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Phoebe noticed and I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities.
Oh, I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
No objection! Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth.
But I would never.
Hold it! That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies.
You haven't changed a bit. Mia Fey?
What's this? So, you two are acquainted?
Yes. We've met before. Once.
In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fey.
Madam?
I'm no one's grammar yet, girly.
I mean, I've got to check that. How old is Mia, actually? At this point here, I need to just, like, double-check that. If I'm allowed to, of course. I go to profiles. Do I have my own profile? Oh, I don't have my own profile here. Damn. So I must be, like, something like in the region of, like, the low 20s. Yeah, that sounds about right. Low 20s, and probably, like, in region, like, 22, 23. Because if then it was 27 when Mia, passed away. So, yeah. That adds up. Plan to go to Phoenix, as in Phoenix. Luckily, I got that nickname in sweetheart naming down pat, so there you go. Hold it! Now, unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Wright, is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building?
Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese Senryu poetry.
Ooh, how wonderful! It's that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend.
Yeah, those days adds up. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for that, Astro.
That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis.
For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through the back area.
Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation?
Are you trying to get on her level, Judge? Like, goddamn. Not at all creepy. Alright. Hold it! So, who is this Dougie person?
Oh, I'm sorry. Duck Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago.
So, what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway?
How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined.
That's right, Miss Fey.
Don't drag the witches down to your level.
Being demonized here.
Ooh, please go on. What did you see next?
Then Dougie got wibbly wobbly and collapsy wapsied. Oh dear. Hold it! Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own?
Yes.
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right?
I was watching the whole time. Phoebe never did a thing to Dougie.
If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony just now?
That's a good question. Also, we could check out the newspaper clipping, but I think I'm gonna save that until it gets a bit more relevant. As a bit of a taste of next time, I guess. There was a loud sound when this happened. The victim fell on top of his umbrella. And it doesn't explicitly mention you pushing Doug. I'm sure we're allowed to come back to this if it is a contradiction point, so let's just leave it be. And we'll come back to it.
I suppose your statement works in our favor for now. I'll hold off on looking into any deeper until it's necessary.
Very well, young lady. Please go on with your testimony.
And I'm sure we'll come back to it when it's a bit more prudent to do, when I have a bit more information, maybe. That's when Feeny noticed you.
Notice me, Feeny?
Hold it! And what did Mr. Wright say to you when he saw you?
I'm sorry. I was so flustered that I really don't remember. But please forgive me.
You don't remember?
Oh well, that's common enough. Sometimes I can't recall a sentence I passed only minutes prior.
Please, someone, anyone, stop him before he gets hurt. By me.
Because I will deck somebody. I like to imagine... She's saying that, like, Mia could very well do some sort of takedown, sort of jujutsu kind of move. Again, bringing it back to when it was Susato all that time ago, and during Great Ace Attorney, bringing people down by Susato takedowns. I imagine Mia has something similar in her arsenal, maybe. Alright, let's press the last thing. Hold it! When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department?
Yes. They're all very fond of their drugs.
Oh god. Sorry, let me say that again.
They're all very fond of their... drugs.
Please try to stay on topic. So, to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct?
That's what I was planning to do. But in the end, I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out to the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on.
The students knew what was going on?
So they were looking at it too? That's interesting. I would like more information. But how could the students have known what was going on?
Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It's just they all seemed kind of excited about something.
It doesn't look like I'm gonna get any more info about the students.
So, did the students call the police?
Yes. I was just so panicked.
Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear.
They were probably running out because they suddenly noticed sudden drop in power for their stuffs, as evidenced by the severed cable. So they went to have a look at what the heck happened, and then they stumbled across the scene. That's how they were taken aback and ran out of the building to check. So that makes more sense.
That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yes, that's gotta be it. Way to go, Mia! Okay, that means I'm gonna have to dig deep to find the contradiction in this one.
Dig very, very deep, you say? Right. Got a wobbly just collapsed, but we have it on testimony record that Phoenix said he pushed Doug. But then again, it doesn't explicitly say in the summary of the testimony, and I can't look at it to check. I can only check crime scene photos. Whatever this was, I don't know. I reckon if I find ourselves at this point in proceedings, that, We are getting close to ad break territory, so I think I might as well run it now and give my voice a little bit more of a bit of a rest before moving on with some more. So how about we do that then? I shall be back momentarily. We'll run the ads at this point as well. Thank you very much for your patience and understanding through them, of course. This is a great time for Twitch people to go and do some self-care while we have a bit of a break. There won't be any break in the YouTube video because we do cut those out, but this is a good time to pause the video if you need to go and do some self-care right now. Though if you just like to continue watching, then you're more than free to do that too. Just make sure you're having a good time taking care of yourselves, of course. And when we come back, we'll see if we have an answer, if we can break Dahlia's testimony here. So I'll come back and we'll try and figure that out. I'll see you here in a few minutes' time. Can't not just get bootying down to the baseline of this trial theme. Is so good. Alright, welcome back everybody. We're gonna keep on pressing on with our testimony here and cross-examination. We gotta break down Dahlia in some way, but welcome back to all of you. We're gonna do some more, and hopefully you're all gonna enjoy it. If you are liking this so far in our YouTube highlight, don't forget to let us know with a like and comment down below, and feel free to go further with your love and support if you'd like to. Make sure you click the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it as well. Hopefully you can get... Excuse me, God. You can get notifications when new videos come up, hopefully. If you want to join us for our ride, we'd love to have you. Right. Nothing is immediately coming up, obviously, from what we have seen, but there's a chance to show a contradiction when we did number 3. So let's go back to that. We won't need to read this all again because we have seen this already. Up until... the judge will get angry with you there. What should you do? See if there's some sort of contradiction, because Phoenix's full testimony says he did in fact push victim, so maybe if we show him a bit of that, then we'll get it done. So, alright, let's this time go for it. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we?
What? I would never!
Objection! Miss Fay, I will not allow you to badger this witness.
Okay, thank you very much for your white knighting.
I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition.
What?
That is, she has no supporting...
I'm liking watching you squirm.
Oh, please don't get at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found in Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim.
What?
There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony.
Looks like we're finally getting somewhere.
Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either.
You didn't see the moment they pushed. Alright. Elaborate further on this, go ahead. Hold it! You didn't see it?
Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground.
And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow.
Yes, that's right.
Right. Hold it! Next new statement. So then, what did it look like they were doing to you?
I thought they were having a nice friendly afternoon conversation.
Oh, give me a break.
That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony.
Didn't look like they were fighting. I didn't hear anything unusual. Wait, did this one change as well? Let me just check. No, this one hasn't changed. This is, similar to before. Yeah. Just for the comment of that bit there. So there's something wrong with either 3 or 4, then. You didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual. Have we got... Have we got something that says... otherwise? Well, again, it will go back to Phoenix's testimony, who said that Doug was like, don't date this girl, she's bad news. All it took was for him to say, she's a bad girl, and Phoenix went all gung-ho on Victim. This is interesting. I wonder if this is where we would, again, bring back Phoenix's statement. Because Phoenix's statement on record says that that Doug explicitly said, she thinks that you are not a great person for some reason. I think that makes the most sense, don't you? So go for it again. All this information isn't said out loud here, but it's everything that Phoenix has said up until this point, so... Alright, let's try and contradict with this. Let's go. Objection! You say you didn't hear anything unusual. Is that correct?
Yes, that's why I was very relaxed, looking at the scenery around me.
Huh. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise.
He said that?
If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well?
Oh, so that is it. Oh, well, I went somewhere different entirely with that one, but it was still the right bit of testimony. So go on then.
Objection! Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
Objection! But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise, like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression.
Ah!
Get wrecked.
May I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at the time.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seems as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble.
Thunder and lightning, huh?
Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder.
Okay, we're slightly kindred spirits there, let's be honest. I've always had, ever since it was really, really sort of bad as a kid. I handle it a bit better nowadays, but it's to the point where if, like, I'm sleeping at the dead of night, if I then get consciously aware that storms are happening outside, I then can't get to sleep again. I need them to pass because I just can't with the loud noises outside. And again, the astrophobia was way worse as a kid. Like, I've managed it more and more, but it is still, like, lingers there. So, yeah, kindred spirits, me and you, Dahlia. We have that between us.
So I put on my headphones to block it out.
Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony at all.
Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case.
She said something that could change the case. She didn't hear anything, listen to music, or there was also lightning. Oh, the very real possibility that Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Just a very unfortunate shock. A very unfortunate lightning strike. Oh. Oh, now that's interesting. Go ahead. Your Honor, there is a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Fay.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Oh,
Ah!
I must admit that the thought had never occurred to me.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? What pretty ladies, is that all? Like, oh my god.
This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Duck Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt. How very unfortunate, too.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
All right, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now if you don't mind.
Objection! I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Fay.
I mean, that's not exactly difficult, but huh?
I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location.
What?
And what's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit.
And who is this affidavit from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their lab that day. Allow me to read out the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Ugh, getting hiccups again. I'm not a fish. I am not a fish. I am not a fish. Okay.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So, you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely! They lost power because of that severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly! In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electric cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
The old power cable broke due to some sort of impact on April 9th at 2:55 p.m. Wait. Well, that's in the court record now. Let me just see the time again on Victim's Watch. Did I read the time wrong? See, I'm trying to make that clock. No, that's still 3:05. That is definitely 3:05 because that's past 12. That's past o'clock, and then towards the 1 on the hand where that would be. So that's more towards like 3:05. Yeah. So that's when watch stopped, and that's when electrical current must have hit Doug, unless he ran his watch 10 minutes fast. I can only see that. Okay.
However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Fay, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor,
I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum.
If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break?
Who or what caused the cable to break? Oh, who or what? So this is either a piece of evidence or one of the people here. And the only other person would be... If we're not going to point it to Phoenix, which we're trying not to do here, obviously. Unless the umbrella was used so hard somehow that that caused the thing to snap. Like it got snagged on the electrical wire, on the electrical cable. That's plausible. We'll point it to something. Yeah. That's very intriguing. Let's see then. Oh wait. If the students say it's 2:55, but autopsy says 3 p.m. Something happened to break the cable before that time. Probably then, when Doug was pushed, he fell back onto the pole, which somehow snapped the cable. That would be my only thinking. I might have to go this way, but I don't like the look of it, actually, so we'll try this. Take that! Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Oh, wait, are you saying that?
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. Because the cables are so old that he just, like, knocks it out of balance, maybe. Probably.
Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion. And it was that very shove that caused Mrs. Swallow to be electrocuted. Objection!
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right, the victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted.
Huh. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no. It doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground here.
Ah!
In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Bang, bang, bang.
Order! Order in the court!
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
Yeah, that's strangely dark. Wow.
It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have...
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madame Attorney's explanation... She said some things that are a little different than I remember them.
What the? There's a thing below your very nice looking exterior, isn't there? Come on.
Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge?
Of course, it's all right. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony, you lovely young lady. Yes, yes, yes.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors.
And not just the very vibrant shade of red in her hair. What I witnessed, part 2.
The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Ducky tried his best to run away from him. But Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Ducky being electrocuted. It all occurred in less than a minute.
Well, so after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away.
And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time.
I'm so sorry, Feeny. I just have to tell the truth.
You want to tell your truth? What's going on here? Something is up and something is fishy. What's not fishy is BSC going, "Nanny!" Because she always seems to do that nowadays. But how you doing? Good to see you.
Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Things are fishy. Things are very much getting there. Feeny pushed him twice now. Alright. Hold it! Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony, you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie.
I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to protect Feeny.
So that's why you basically lied to the court?
I was a bad girl. I know. Mr. Judge?
Well, it's fishy that my mother's nursing home is currently experiencing a respiratory outbreak. Oh no! Okay, let's hope nothing bad comes in that. Hoping for the best in that one, yeah?
Yes?
Would you please? Please forgive little old me?
Of course he won't! What you did is just called perjury. Oh, come now. We were just a little old white leedy weedy cheedy why? We'll forget it this time, but please be more careful from now on, alright?
Thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Not at all.
The judge had better be more careful himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl.
Beware, Your Honor. There's an achievement in that one. Press this claim. Okay. Yeah, definitely fingers crossed in that one. Hopefully nothing too bad. Alright. First time was into the cable, into the pole, and that's when cable breaks. Okay. Hold it! You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole? I can enunciate. It's fine.
I know he doesn't look it, but Feeny can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be.
Oh, really?
But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeny really is scary when he gets mad.
Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed.
Judge, you're such a yes man, Judge. You need to control yourself, please. Hold it! So let me get this straight. You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched this scene unfold?
What?
An objection! Miss Fay, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness.
I wasn't happy. I was so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on.
Cheer them on? What do you mean by that?
Well, I wish the best for them both, and that they would each give the fight their all.
That's very sweet of you to be so supportive.
And what happened after that?
Wishing both people well in a fight? In sportsmanship terms, yes, but... If this was going to turn into a fight, there would be kind of a no-holds-barred situation, I think, going on here if it was to turn into a fight. There wouldn't be any sportsmanship in it. Yeah, that's strange. What is this all about? Come on, then. There's something fishy. There's something extremely fishy. Alright, then. Hold it! That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket. Mr. Payne, were there also prints found on the back of his leather jacket?
Well, no, they weren't.
Madam Faye, may I suggest that you listen a little more carefully? Huh? I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? My fee wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he?
Okay, that time she did kind of have you there, but that's fair. It all occurred in less than a minute. I'm somehow doubting this. Cable broke. Pharmacology students reported power down at 2:55. The victim's watch stopped at the time of death, which is 3:05. That's not less than a minute, but let's see what you have to say about it first. Hold it! Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted?
I'm sorry. I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away.
That's understandable.
Yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold.
If I don't figure out the contradiction here, it's all over. She didn't have much time to come up with her lie, so this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere. Think, Mia.
I think definitely it's to do with last one here. Cannot be less than a minute. Cable snapping, which according to pharmacology students was at 2:55. All occurred in less than a minute. But 3 PM is cause of death, and that is more than a minute, so that's 5 of them. So I'm thinking this way around. I'm thinking this way around. It's either we present the autopsy report, or the crime scene photo showing that the watch stopped at 3:05, which again is more than a minute of time between them, so yeah. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me, I think. Crime photo 2 on this one. Because 10 minutes is a lot more time than just a minute. Let's go with it. Objection! That's enough, witness.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture?
Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold.
It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 PM.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Faye?
My point is, I am objectioning, as Julie says in the chat.
Hello.
How you doing? My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping?
Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 PM. Ah!
Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow. I do indeed, because there's lots of that can happen in a 10-minute window.
Objection! This is nonsense! The real murderer?
Objection! Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Objection! Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it?
Huh. Hope I'm doing okay, Big EP. Yeah, I'm doing okay. My voice may suffer at the end of this, but we'll be fine. I like playing big loud noises, it's fine. There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene was there a window of opportunity for the real killer.
Miss Faye, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Yes, Your Honor, we are ready.
Very well, but remember to autosave, to do your confidence saves, as always. And if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. Now then, Miss Faye, let's have it. Who is the real killer?
He will not have been anywhere near university. We're trying to not indict you. We're trying to get you off the hook. You were the one that was murdered. You're annoying, but you get off the hook this time. Process of elimination. The person who was actually the witness of the thing is doing more than I think she's letting on here. There's darkness underneath those very nice pretty eyes and the very striking red hair, but there is foulness underneath that very nice exterior, I am unfortunately going to say here. Take that! It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne!
What? How can you...
Objection! The defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time of the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Otherwise, it could have been Grossberg. We'll finally get you back for all of that out in the open talk about your hemorrhoids. I swear. Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
Order, Miss Faye. What? I mean, why? That is to say,
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands.
Ah! How can you say something so mean, Madam Faye? I didn't do anything.
Miss Faye, this is a very serious...
Hold it! Oh, God, Phoenix, why? Phoenix, my poor meow meow, why? Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say.
You? What is it?
Please strike everything the defense said just now for the record. What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that. Oh, the truth is hard to bear, and you'll learn this when you get into your actual career later on, Phoenix. You'll learn this eventually, but the truth is hard to bear.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man. I don't care if you're going to get his cold, but do it.
Ah! Leave my Dolly alone! Oh, mystery person. That boy.
Oh, Grossbeck. Oh, that boy. He's gotten himself way over his head.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found a police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping.
Oh, then let's get it. Let's actually check this out now, because it's probably going to have juicy details. Murder in the courthouse. Very little information is being disclosed at this time, since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. What else have you been up to? Police report added to the court record. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You better take a good look at it. It, details how you came to lose your boyfriend.
Then let's do that first, shall we? Incident overview. Location, District Courthouse Cafeteria. Date time, August 27th at 4 p.m. Victim, Diego Armando, age 28, occupation lawyer. Suspect, Dahlia Hawthorne, age 19. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It's unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Girl? Girl, you're 19! And you're already having the actions and such of a mega criminal mastermind. You are 19 at the time, 20 now. Huh. God damn it. Wow. Jeez, Louise. Okay. Wow.
Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, really, Your Honor, that is
May I interrupt? May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. That is go right ahead.
Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie?
Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Duck Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
No objection! I told you that you should let me handle this. Oh, sorry. Please go ahead.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear.
I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must!
"8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building." I'm learning a lot about the courtroom. They had the court place. They have a basement cafeteria. I'm learning a lot about the courtroom now. Like, wow, I want to go here. Welcome to the start of the peak of the trilogy. I've been told that like 1 and 2 have their great moments, but 3 has them and then some. I've been told by a lot of people, so I think we're starting it. I think we're starting on a good foot here. And then that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony? What about?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
No objection! What could that possibly have to do with this case?
Objection! The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well then, the court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer, please?
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Get ready for the next battle.
If Julia's still here, she might like that one. How you met your Feeny. How I met your mother. Gotta love it. And the Lycra version, it's really good.
I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wubby, we literally made people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
Mr. Wright, do that again and you will be held in contempt of court.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. Go on, go get.
Alright, let's go get. Alright, keep it going. Hold it! So until that time, you've been dating Doug Swallow?
Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly. I'm ashamed of myself.
No, not at all. Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle.
Yeah, maybe you should look for a different line of work.
Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the Great Genie.
I'm sure that's fabulous and all, but I don't need to know nicknames, unfortunately. You were destined to meet, okay. Hold it! The courthouse reading room. That's a strange place to meet the love of your life.
That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room?
Objection! This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our current murder case.
Miss Faye, I'm warning you, if this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case.
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I better tread carefully.
Wait and see on this one. But no, seriously, you must have had some business. Just in case it's the wrong thing to do. It's gonna hopefully get us more details either way, so let's go for it. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well, young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
Oh, if it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I'd come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing.
Okay. A little bit more then, please. Hold it! You were writing a paper? On what?
On the relationship between modern Senyu poetry and the criminal underworld.
Woohoo, that sounds like a fascinating research idea.
Am I getting old? Now I've even forgotten what I've forgotten.
Again with the midlife crisis stuff?
Mia, why did that girl really come to this courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? Speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear, so be sure to read it carefully.
Yeah, let's see about that then. Interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Ah, fair. So we'll come back to that, but firstly, press everything else because I like flavor text. Hold it! So what was it about Mr. Wright that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. That's the fourth burn that Phoenix has suffered at the hands of Mia. Caught astray.
Oh, perhaps to a woman your age, but to me, Feeny is handsome.
Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen.
Objection! Love is a mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might all be shocked.
He's telling the truth, it was truly shocking.
Beautiful mushroom. growing tall in the darkness. It comes from cow dung. That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my Feeny.
What, Phoenix is the mushroom, or is he the cowpat? Goodness me, that's a way of expressing it. Okay. Hold it! Were there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow?
No, not at all. We parted on very good terms.
But that can't be!
Objection! Our investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup.
Huh, are you sure?
Yes, it seems that they both wanted it that way.
So the victim wanted to break up with her?
Why? So you're saying that Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up with you?
Well, you see,
Objection! What a cruel thing to ask a lovely young lady like this. By the way, I've never once considered leaving my wife.
Nobody cares, nobody asked, nobody cares, Mr. Payne.
She didn't deny it. That must mean... Duck Swallow must have seen through her little act. He must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature.
Listen to me, Mia. The woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. So the only way to discredit her is to find a contradiction in her testimony.
Oh, I plan to. Because I believe I know what it is. Came to courthouse to do research for a paper. We have stuff that says otherwise, but we're going to be so confident in ourselves in this one. The common motive to murder someone after a breakup. Unfortunately, happens way more than you'd think to realize and you'd like to admit. Right, police report. You were actually being questioned about a case. Let's look at the proper details. While interviewing the suspect regarding another case. I believe it's this is going to do with this. Let's go for it. Objection! Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason?
Objection! What is the meaning of this cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye?
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy?
Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in the criminal case just 8 months ago.
Order! This is unbelievable! It's true then. The loveliest rose can hide the truliest thought.
Your objection, Miss Faye, that's not fair! You can't slander my witness of an unrelated case! I, Winston Payne, would not allow it!
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Pardon me. Go right ahead.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Expressed some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now just got to stay on the offensive.
Oh, well done. Bully job, Mia. Oh, you really lit a fire in my heart. And my buttocks.
Okay, I want to say that is TMI. Stop it. Please, don't make me read this line.
Ah, God. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids.
Shut up. Okay, testify about the poisoning. The incident that's got one, whoever this Diego Armando is.
I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that's lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So, you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
Let me hold you. Let me hold you to that one.
So that's what happened here 8 months ago?
However, as you've heard from the witness's statement, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
Ugh! What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger? Please don't turn Super Saiyan on me.
Ha ha, Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing.
Alright. Marvin, middle name Nigel Thornbury Grossberg, okay. What am I thinking here? Do we have time to press everything? I think we're gonna err on the side of caution and run a little break here. Because I think we have about enough time. Again, I don't need to wake up for anything tomorrow. I have one more day off following this one, so we're absolutely fine to keep going. But I think we'll be able to cover everything up until the end of the case by the time we do a quick break here. And that'll leave us enough time to do that. So, yeah, we'll take our break here. So I can give my voice a bit more of a rest, because obviously I've done many voices today of very many different types, and it's going to get damn it, just got food. Well, you can enjoy the food while we have a break here. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Get yourself a break time done here, Twitch people. YouTube people, there will be no break in the highlight, of course, because we always do cut those out. So you're free to continue watching if you're happy to do that. But if you want to go and do some self-care, now's a good time to pause so you can go and do that. And yeah. One more, I feel like one more testimony to break down when we come back from the break, and then what happens afterwards, we will wait and see. I'll be back in a few. See you then. A rose may be beautiful, but underneath there may be many thorns. I'm beginning to see why your name is Hawthorne in this case. But yeah, we've got to break down your testimony here. Get the dirt on you, and yeah, hopefully find you out for who you may actually truly end up being, unfortunately. But yeah, welcome back. Let's go and sort this out right now, shall we? Those thorns may have caused the murder of her ex. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, let's get pressing and let's get all the information down. You met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something. Hold it! What were you talking about with the defense attorney?
Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential.
According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
The lawyer that was killed. He said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger.
Why don't you tell us about what that incident was?
No objection! That has absolutely nothing at all to do with this case.
Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record.
You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne?
Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign.
Don't worry, Dolly, I'll protect you!
You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, Feeny, please.
Oh, those two really are making me ill. Albeit for decidedly different reasons.
It's too lovey-dovey, it's too much for Mia. I see. Alright. Hold it! How long were you gone?
I've already answered all those questions for the police. But if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes.
And where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilets? What do you say, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little dolly doesn't poop!
You heard it offended, Miss Faye. Better luck next time. Ladies do not poop.
Oh, Feeny, please.
The police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time.
Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony.
Mia is still hung on the fact that Phoenix literally did just say, my dolly does not poop. As in, ladies do not poop. You know, it probably makes sense that people would rather ship Wright and Edgeworth together, because it does make sense because Phoenix doesn't need to understand the ladies. But maybe people of the similar gender he may get to know a little bit better. But yeah, yeah. Ladies do not poop, nor do they wear condoms. We're hearing it all here. I love it. Alright. A liquid poison that's lethal is just 2 teaspoons. And you'd know that how? Hold it! About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons?
Oh, well, let me see. My bottle of eye drops says it's half a fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
So it's about 2 2/3 of that amount, huh?
But the poison was found in a lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there.
You heard it was a very special kind of poison. Again, how? Hold it! A special kind of poison? How so?
Well, I heard it's almost impossible to detect.
Oh, and where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry. All I know is what I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
Okay, Judge, middle name Darth Vader.
The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that?
I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. Oh, yeah? You sure about that? Hold it! And that's the reason they didn't arrest you? Because no one could show you how you could have gotten the poison?
I think that's a good enough reason, Madame Faye.
She's right, and I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions.
So, in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have attained the poison.
Then all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right?
Great. Now just how did a lit student get a hold of a poison of all things?
So it's this we gotta try and pin them on. There's a confidence save. And if this was 8 months ago, whomst was you dating 8 months ago? But a pharmacology student who may have divulged a little bit to you about the work that he's potentially doing. Yeah, let's try that. Objection! You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Dog Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology?
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then, it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table. You!
No!
Good pursuit music, good pursuit music. That girl is poison.
You're toxic, I'm slipping under your taste of your poison paradise.
Yep.
Order! Could it be?
Objection! That's nothing but an easy accident. May I say something, Madam Faye?
What is it, Miss Hawthorne?
The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
That's about a 2 to 3 teaspoon vessel, would you not agree?
Well, yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they?
She's right. They even mentioned that in their report.
Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small.
Excuse me, madame, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Proof?
Oh, she got me good with that.
Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
The police conducted a full body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If you're going to accuse a young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
A small bottle necklace. And again, it looks about a half a fluid ounce. About 2 to 3 teaspoons worth of substance within it. So yeah, it is in the possession of our dear poor little Meow Meow Phoenix. Unwittingly got roped into the grand scheme. Take that! You were forced to get rid of that container in the hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to something that had nothing to do with the case. Someone you knew that wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course.
No objection! So the defendant was this witness's accomplice?
Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present.
What? But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye?
The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding that one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. Yep.
Order in the court.
Objection! Phoenix, shut your face for once. On behalf of Dolly, I object!
Mr. Wright, control yourself!
I won't let you bully her like this!
Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her!
Madly in love? I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway?
Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me, too.
Mr. Wright, you sweet poor little meow meow, just please open your eyes.
At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is... because of the necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne is not madly in love with you. The only reason she's after you is that bottle necklace. Oh, the only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself.
Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back.
You're lying.
But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she...
I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! Ah! Ah! Mia, are you alright? The defendant is getting away. Bailiff, hurry! After him! Mia! Mia! Are you alright?
I think he must have ran into me running out of the room, I guess. Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that boy, he went completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright?
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so she should be back soon enough.
Thank goodness. Oh no!
What is it?
The bottle necklace! Mrs. Hawthorne's present! It's gone!
What? That's terrible!
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Oh, foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in the blazes are we supposed to do now?
Oh dear. Big oh dear. Oh, all these voices. They're fun to do, but... my voice box is not gonna like me for this. It's fine. It's all for the art. It's good.
Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry.
I'm afraid that your apology is not enough.
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry.
Give me a drink, bartender.
And I'll do plenty of that. Thank you,
Hey,
BST.
It's chat. We want you to drink something.
I'll do plenty of that. Thank you. It's okay. Just give back the necklace.
I ate it.
You... what?
You ate it?
It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. But, yeah. What the...
What? What is he doing now?
Hold it! Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial! Mr. Wright! Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it!
Objection! It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it would seem.
Objection! No! There must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that, or the poison must have lost its potency.
There. It's all right, Rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust this witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life.
That. Thank God you don't actually end up doing that, because clearly, for you to still be around after this point, he is, so yes.
Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. But in a court of law, evidence is everything.
Even after I prove so much? Is she gonna get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicions surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial. Hold it!
Oh! Mr. Wright! I'm sorry, Miss Fay. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
That day. The day I met Duck Swallow. That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business! I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me! There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! Yeah, that's a big thing to leave out, my poor little meow meow. Please. Is it true? Did he really say that?
That's ridiculous!
There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Tolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but... I'm sorry, Dolly.
Objection! Your Honor, this is... the defendant is...
Miss Fay, you tell them! Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. I'm so sorry, I can't. I don't want to. That's not the result I want. Please, understand. My poor little meow meow, please understand. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defendant believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Fay...
If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this.
Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wants to get back. Therefore...
Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
Well, there's... It's only between the two of them. It's only between the two of them. If I can wrap it like this. Oh, wait. Okay, my buttons don't react that quickly. That's fair. So, was it to... Who was it that she wanted to silence? Either Doug to stop him from snitching, potentially, about stealing from the lab. Or is it Phoenix to finally be able to get back the necklace? It's definitely Winston Payne. I mean, sometimes he deserves it, but not this time, unfortunately. Yeah, I reckon Dahlia this time just wanted the necklace back, like, at long last. She was always like, please give it back, please give it back, please give it back. Okay, if you're not gonna give it back, then... I will get that from you the hard way, and the hard way would be to poison you, unfortunately. Let's go like that. Take that! There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way, and that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me?
Objection! That's preposterous! After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered.
Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be.
But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Poor Mr. Wright, this must be killing him. But the truth hurts. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it.
As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why? Why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing: how to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible.
No, it can't be.
It was a pretty good move she made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. The necklace must have been the weapon she used to strangle people with. That, or yeah, just the vessel for concealing deadly things stolen from the pharmaceutical lab. So there you go.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence.
That can't be true!
And the truth always hurts. Feeny, what a joke you are. Honestly, how could anyone ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne?
It appears we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look in your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me? This way, Mr. Judge.
Judge, you're being catfished.
Judge you being catfished.
With absolutely no proof, did you treat the voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer? Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already.
Hold it!
I can't let her get away this time.
Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You would be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No! You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray?
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well-founded.
That's... Huh. See if any more information comes to light at the end of this.
Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder.
Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible! You can't possibly!
Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of this court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will be immediately handed down onto Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor.
I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's paper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar.
She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
Well then, Miss Faye, please save your game with a confidence shave, and then please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Yeah, there's nothing else in this evidence list that screams a vessel for carrying something pharmaceutical related and thus something poison related. I can only think it must be this. As long as it's like game over if I get this wrong, but I'm thinking, yeah. And why else would it be in the victim's hands? That is sort of a fair cop to like, is Doug trying to Doug was protecting Phoenix? Ah. Oh god. Oh god, something just clicked. Something might have clicked in the theory. When Phoenix misplaced the original Cold Killer, Doug was going to be very worried Dahlia got hands on it, and thus that would allow her to replace or mix up or spike that to become lethal as an overdose. Doug was looking out for Phoenix. Good lord! Yeah. This can only be it, yeah. Take that! Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony.
But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us.
Still don't get why someone could have a favorite medicine. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird thing to have a favorite for. I personally would not have a favorite medicine. I just take stuff, you know, that works. And then, yeah. Does he like the taste? It was grape flavored! Any opportunities to throw in the joke in DBZA that Goku doesn't take heart medicine because it's grape flavored. I don't like grape flavor! She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was gonna take some.
An objection! Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim Doug swallowed after holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That's when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify with that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live! She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who thought she had left the crime scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago?
Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way she did back then. She had someone else hold it, in this case, Doug Swallow.
Ooh.
Ooh. Hold on a moment.
Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman. She's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
Objection! I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne? This cold medicine. I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us! I dare you to take some of that medicine right now!
Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Miss Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Huh? Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Why, yes?
I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best.
Holy shit. I can see why people think Dahlia is peak. I can see this happening. Just, whoa. Also, this stream is going to make me drink the entirety of my bottle here. Like, wow. Oh, goodness.
It's finally all over.
Objection! I refuse to accept this! The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support that outrageous claim!
But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care! I'm Winston Payne, and I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said!
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said.
There, it's all right, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life.
And do you stand by those words right now? So if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right?
You see, here's the objection.
And here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
Yeah! My head! It's flying! Oh, my beautiful head! No!
Wow. That's one hell of a way to have a haircut. Just get shouted at by the pure... Just get knocked down by the pure aura of a defense attorney across the way. The pure aura of Mia Fey. Yes.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic but not surprising, and I'm not talking about your hair. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Oh, don't lie! Just admit you were wrong!
By the way, Miss Fey,
Yes, Your Honor.
was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Lost his hair in court just like his ancestor. Nah. Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne,
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's just like losing to my daughter.
it appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly.
Very well then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Yay, but it's not a very happy ending for Phoenix, let's be honest with you.
This court is adjourned.
Why is the judge adjourning court now? We need a reason, because he has to do it early, because he has an appointment to do something later. And what is that? What is that going to be? Does someone give me an idea? Give me an idea in chat. Also, in Japanese, Winston Payne is ouchie. Yes, ouchie. Like ouchie, as in pain. Yes. Also, I think it's Taketsuchi. I think that's what they went with in the original Japanese, and then they just took it from that and just romanized it for English translation. So I think it's Taketsuchi Ouchi. But yeah. Ouchi, yeah. He's gonna take his medication. Topical. I like it. Bang on, I like it. He's gonna take his own Killer Rex. This court is adjourned. I feel like I have my own cold coming along now. This case went on for a very long time. I'm going to go to the pharmaceuticals and buy some Cold Killer Rex myself. I heard it's grape flavored. There you go. April 11th, 3:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Oh, Mia, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like mad fish.
I only have one thing to say to you right now, and I'm sure it's here somewhere. There it is. Alright.
Stop it!
Mr. Grossberg, do you, maybe think you can stop talking about them? Or at the very least, just go talk to your doctor about them?
That's rather rude.
And I'm rather sick right now, please.
Anyway, this case really made him think.
Oh, you're talking about, yeah, okay, you're talking about Winston, his Japanese name being Takahumi. Okay, yeah. And literally just the same, Aochi, because, yeah, they're called out here as well, and, yeah. The ancestor is Takotsuchi that we fought in Great Ace Attorney, and Takafumi is the Winston pain in Japanese. Me getting confused. You're correct. Don't worry about it.
What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh,
Mr. Wright! Congratulations!
Thanks. You know, I was thinking...
Go on.
The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her.
What?
Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kind of terrible things. Maybe when she was like, I don't know, a fake or something.
Oh boy, this poor little Meow Meow still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright. For your own sake.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best.
Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little.
But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown-up.
Ugh! What kind of company does this guy keep?
Have you met his friend Larry Butts? I think you'd say, like, composure is definitely not equal between them, and Phoenix does have the lion's share in that regard, so yes. Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself.
And that's what you keep saying. I thought you were in the art department.
Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time.
I see.
Say, Miss Faye, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right?
Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself.
But
I think that's exactly what a lawyer is.
okay, I'm gonna do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in courts. This is Band of Wedgeworth. Yeah, fair too as well. Oh, grown-up Phoenix now. Yay. That was a fun little flashback. Everybody was a rookie case. One of Mia's rookie cases. And yeah, I love playing Mia again. Somehow I feel like she's made for me. I love that. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned, and managed to save my friend. But Mia had passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind.
Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief.
5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that's a story for another day. And we keep up the streak of finishing the first case in the first episode. Boom! The second episode has been added. Which is... I couldn't see the title of that one. Save your progress up to this point. Yes, okay. And unfortunately, we're going to have to go over Turnabout Sisters now, because we need a new save slot. AA Wiki. Hawthorne is a reference to the author Nathaniel Hawthorne, who wrote Rappaccini's Daughter, a short story in which a man falls in love with a woman who has a strong poison coursing through her veins and can kill anything with a simple touch. Wow. Nathaniel. Yeah. Nathaniel Hawthorne, Dahlia Hawthorne. I guess they must have picked Dahlia as well, because it's sort of like flower themed, I think. Because you can have a bouquet of dahlias, I think, in a flower bouquet or something like that. But no, that's interesting. Time for a sneak peek of the next episode. Is it time for a sneak peek? Oh, go on then. I will treat you to the Stolen Turnabout. The opening of such. The time is 1 a.m. Beep, 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 beep. Bleep test. Oh god, Jim. Oh god, I've got PE flashbacks. Oh my god. Detective! We made it! Whew! What a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Oh, you said it, pal. It must have been our rock-solid security that scared them off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double-check? Wow, that was very quick. Something tells me I'm going to pay attention to that lock-picking thing happening for evidence later. It's Gummy! Yeah, it was Gummy. Ah! We've been hit! Out front! Guards! Turn on the switch lights! Better luck next time, gentlemen! Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. My planet actually needs me. We shall meet again when the next moon is full. Mask and Damask. Salutations. But unfortunately, we're not going to have any more of that. Make sure we do so without saving. So there we have it. There's your teaser for the Stolen Turnabout. And it does make sense prudently that there is a safe that somebody stole from. So, woo! That's going to be fun. Now, Duck Swallow's full name may be a play on Don't Swallow or Drug Swallow in reference to Hawthorne's attempt to poison Right. It may also be a reference to the first character of his Japanese name, which means to swallow. Incidentally, swallows are a family of birds. Wright's given name is Phoenix, also being a bird, albeit a mythological one. Yeah. It was like always sort of very, never seen her in my life before. Well, I guess we'll find out in the next episode, shan't we? Oh, I'm immediately seeing it. Like, people said that this is where the trilogy peaks, and I'm seeing it immediately. I see why people say Dahlia is peak, and wowsies. Looking forward to some more of this definitely next time. So, next episode, we start 3-2, The Stolen Turnabout. I'm looking forward to it. But now, I need to give my voice box a good little bit of a rest, because I've done very, very crazy voices today. For anybody who was in this live stream on Twitch and has missed anything, don't worry, we will have a VOD ready for you in about a week's time, so you can check it out on the Laura Petal VOD YouTube channel. We'd love to see you over there, giving that some love. And if you are here in the YouTube highlight, I hope you do give this video some love if you've enjoyed it. Leave a like and comment down below. Feel free to go further with your love and support to see more of this coming your way in the future. Leave a subscription. click the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it as well to hopefully get those push notifications through to your inbox. And make sure to see the links in the description too, for if you want to see us on other places. We have our social links there, we've got Discord invite link down there as well, and our Twitch stream link is there as well, so if you want to come along to see some of these live streams done live on a Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday, the regular days, we would of course love to have you here. Maybe even right now we are playing the next episode. Possibly right now, who knows? But we'd love to see you on the channel over on Twitch. Nonetheless, if you like what you see over there, then of course do all the usual things over there too. But that is going to be it. Getting through Turnabout Memories, getting through 3-1, and keeping up that streak every single time, every single Phoenix Wright Italy Trilogy game. We've done the first case within the first episode, and I'm very, very happy about that. So when we come back, next episode, we start the Stolen Turnabout, and that's going to be a fun time, and I'm looking forward to doing it all for you then. But for now, this is going to be the end of today's video. If this has been a fun time for you, then I really hope it has been, and it warms my heart if you have enjoyed it. And I hope I get the chance to do this all again for you at some point in the future, maybe with our next video, maybe for something else entirely. But whenever and wherever we should see each other next, please do stay and stay awesome, and have a wonderful break until that time. Please feel free to enjoy more of my videos in the YouTube thing as well. We would love to have you around for some more adventures, and they're gonna be good. I'm telling you that. I'm gonna enjoy them. And hopefully all of y'all coming along for this journey will enjoy it with me too. But for now, I love and appreciate you all. Thanks very much for enjoying this start of Trials and Tribulations. More coming your way very, very soon. Until then, take care of yourselves.